Yo, what's poppin'? People, your boy Snacks is back in the building. Y'all know how we get down. We got ourselves another banger. But before we get started, y'all know what y'all need to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn your post notification bell on so you'll know when your boy is going live or dropping his heat. Now, as we all know, Ocho on Nightcap dropped the banger, dropped the heat that he had been talking to somebody on the inside of the Cleveland Browns locker room. And he was informed that he didn't say he was informed, but he put out the understanding that, hey, this is what's going to happen. And from that synopsis, we all came up to the conclusion that wasn't nobody but Jerry Jeudy, because he'd been hanging out with Jerry Jeudy and working out with Jerry Jeudy, got pictures with Jerry Jeudy for the last couple of days. So it all came to that. But we going to talk about it, because G. Bush had to tell him, hey, not so fast, my friend. It might be going this way. But we're going to get into it. I know y'all ready. I am. Let go.
Snacks on the track, so let's get it started. Yo, what's poppin'? People, your boy Snacks in the building. Yeah, I'm showing love to the whole community. Auntie, Shedeur, and Coach Prime in unity. And I'm rocking with the new Cleveland, you already know. Much love to G. Bush and K-Sap and Money Man and well off media. They ain't new to the game, to the most high. I gotta give thanks, love, peace out. That's all I gotta say.
And you already know how we do this thing. You already know how we get down. But G. Bush had something to say. Young coach, but before we get to G. Bush, his cohort on UCSS had something to say. Mr. Zach Jackson. And y'all know Zach don't like Deshaun at all. And he thinks Deshaun is a complete waste of time. But we're going to see what Zach had to say.
If Deshaun Watson starts the first 6 games, it'll be the disaster that it's always been. They'll be 1-5 at best. There's just no upside to this team playing Deshaun Watson. No. This team is rebuilding. This team is pointed towards the future. The only thing that makes even a little bit of sense to me is play Shedeur-sanders, let him learn, let him develop. Deshaun Watson, you've been driving down the wrong road for 5 years. You've got to turn around at some point.
You know, you can say whoever you think is going to be the starting quarterback. But one thing that you got to tell you, Ocho Cinco know this. There's a reason why they said we're going to wait till these pads get on. See, there's a difference between, oh, I was looking good and what people thought it was going to be and how it's going to be. Deshaun Watson is always going to look good with shorts and helmets. He looks great. He's a natural thrower. He's athletic. When you need to be accurate on a 3rd and 7 and the guy is in your face, that's where football is played.
Exactly. That is where football is played. But we all remember what Ocho had to say. Ocho was talking grease.
Browns fan or not, Deshaun Watson is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. The job that Deshaun Watson is going to get, Uncle Joe, it is his job to lose. He has 6 weeks. I guarantee you, listen to me now. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now, Uncle Joe. He has 6 weeks to make sure that team is playing above or better than whatever the expectations may be for that team and that quarterback. If he's not, Shedeursanders will fall in line as the backup and be the starter for the remainder of the season.
I don't think.
Hey, You heard him. He said Shedeur got 6 weeks to fall in line. Or Shedeursanders is taking over. And Joe was right behind him. Like, I don't think it's going to take 6 weeks. And I don't either. But G. Bush had something to say about all that. And he wasn't playing with you.
Yeah, that sounds good. You know, I think, you know, you can say whoever you think is going to be the start quarterback. But one thing that you got to tell you, Ocho Cinco know this. Unc know this. There's a reason why they said we're going to wait till these pads get on. See, there's a difference between, oh, I was looking good and what people thought it was going to be and how it's going to be. Deshaun Watson is always going to look good with shorts and helmets. But the problem is this. It's what can you do when the pocket is collapsing, when there's guys in your face, when you got to make the throws, when you have to have it, when you need to be accurate on the 3rd and 7 and the guy is in your face. That's where football is played. If the goal was to name the starter or how to maneuver, Deshaun Watson should have got Shedeursanders up out of here after this.
That's right. Because Deshaun always looked good in pads. He has always looked good in shorts and a helmet. If Deshaun was 10 times better than Shedeur, he should have looked like it in shorts and a helmet. Because I told y'all a million times, when them pads come on and them bullets start to fly and you have to react to the chaos, that's not Deshaun Watson's best suit. And we don't know what we know. We've seen what Shedeur has to offer, but we've never seen what Shedeur has to offer with a stellar offensive line and a great receiving corps. And we don't know if he has either, but we want to see what it is. And our guy, Mr. Tony Rizzo, thinks that Shedeur should have his shot. They should not waste time on Deshaun Watson. Just give Shedeur his ball and let it play out.
That's how
need to see in Watson. This should be this year should be the year to see about Shedeur. If he sucks like a lot of you think, then you get your high draft pick. If he's good, like I think, then you're going to have a question of whether or not you're going to draft a quarterback next year. Let this kid play. Let's see what this kid can do. I'm not saying hand the guy the job. I've always, you go back and it's all there.
Correct.
Everything I say is documented. I've never said that. I'm not saying handing anybody a job. I'm saying, see what you got in this guy, play what, and then get your Messiah.
Exactly. See what you got in this guy, then get your Messiah. Let Shedeur go out and ball out or fail. But at least do your due diligence and see what he has. Don't waste half a season on Deshaun trying to resurrect his career, because that would be the only purpose. Because at this point, the money is spent on Deshaun. But as we do in every video, the question will remain if Deshaun starts. Is he better than Shedeur? Or is it because money owed and promises made? Now, Yahoo Sports talked about Shedeur. And the same questions and responses were given. Don't even worry about Deshaun. Just simply go with Shedeur.
Would I trade Shedeursanders if I'm Cleveland? Just based on the money he's bringing in on merch and jersey sales alone, no. As somebody who watched him at CU and thought unbiasedly, like he's got some of the tools to be an NFL quarterback. Has anybody watched Deshaun Watson the last few years? He was terrible and he was injured. Monken's a good fit to develop him, and I think that's been the biggest problem so far. If you recall, Pat Shurmur was his offensive coordinator at CU. As I thought he was one of the worst offensive coordinators I've ever watched, and that's the guy who developed him the last 2 years at CU. So I don't think Sean Payton would be a good coach for Shedeur. Who would be a good coach for Shedeur? I'm going to say I think it's Todd Monken. Towards the end of the season, Shedeur started to build chemistry with the offensive skill players. I think he was betrayed a little bit by Jerry Jeudy and some horrific drops, and that's something Broncos fans can relate to as well.
But as we of the new Cleveland media wonder what's going to take place with Shedeur and Deshaun, as everybody has an opinion, and everybody's opinion is not right. Someone's opinion is wrong. But we will see what they decide to do. Todd Monken, Andrew Berry, the Haslems, because it's going to have to be a collective opinion. I don't think one person will be able to make this decision on their own, simply because there are too many factors involved. Unless Shedeur just goes out there and blows Deshaun out the water, or Deshaun gets injured, or something like that takes place. There will be no clear decision. There will be arguments about who should do what. But, we shall see who's who. So we gonna get out of here, and y'all know how we do. I know what y'all need to do. Y'all need to do one thing, is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn your post notification bell on, and hit that little star down there at the bottom and hype your boy up. You figure deal? That's all we need y'all to do. Keep us in the algorithm. Y'all know how I get down. I ain't mean to keep y'all too long, but it is what it is. And your boy is not gonna hold you. I'ma holler at you. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Yo, what's poppin', people? We back at it again. Big snacks in the building. This talk started on the game, late nights, red eyes, up low grind, 15 summers went by. Call of Duty lobbies, Lil Mike, big dreams. Now it's highlight reels, turning life to a meme. Shedeur on the screen, break the plate, slow it down. Every throat, every drive, every yard, every crown. Sunday talk show, but we chill on the couch. From the Hail Mary, hope to the dog pound out. It's that big snacks wave, let it ride, don't stop. From the sticks to the field, all the way to the top. Showing love to the Lord, to the fam, to the Browns. Every auntie in the chat like, baby, hold it down. He be saying what we feel, what the game's about. If you rockin' with the kid, throw your comments out. From the start to the sign off, that's what we about. Saying love, peace out, love, peace out.